Welcome to Benin, West Africa, the world's capital of voodoo and black magic. Behind me, rituals are being performed that defy logic. You are about to see a child buried alive and set on fire, only to emerge moments later, unharmed. Is it a miracle, a supernatural force, or a masterfully crafted illusion? Today, we peel back the curtain on the most mysterious traditions in Africa. This is the reality of voodoo. In the heart of West Africa lies Benin, a land where ancient traditions meet the modern world. While many here follow mainstream religions, the roots of voodoo run deep. Historically known as the Slave Coast, these rituals were a way for the people to protect their identity and spirits. Among the most iconic figures are the Zangbito, the traditional guardians of the night. Local legends say these straw structures are powered by spirits, not humans. But as we look closer, we find a fascinating mix of faith, culture, and incredible performance art. The exposed script, revealing the secret. After hours of observation and using high-tech drone footage, the secrets of these supernatural acts begin to reveal themselves. What looks like a child rising from the grave is often a highly coordinated feat of speed and hidden compartments. The Zangbito dancers move with such agility that it seems impossible for a human to be inside. Yet it's all about the art of distraction and professional timing. While the mystery might have a logical explanation, the dedication of these performers to their craft is truly breathtaking. I don't know if this is allowed on YouTube. Today, I entered the land of sorcery and black magic. This is the world's largest gathering of the voodoo religion in Benin, West Africa. They practice what many consider the most dangerous magic on earth. You will see rituals involving burying children and setting them on fire, only for them to supposedly come back to life. The Voodoo Market in Cotonou. We entered the market in Cotonou, Benin's largest city. Filming is strictly forbidden here, and people are very hostile toward cameras. I had to hide my phone to record. This is the Voodoo Market. Everything for sorcery is sold here: snake skins, small bird skulls, and even dog heads. The smell of dead animals and dried remains is overwhelming. Gonvai, the Venice of Africa. To understand the people of Benin, we visited Gonvai, a floating village on a lake. It was built 300 years ago by people escaping slavery. Over 35,000 people live here. Everything is on the water: schools, mosques, markets, and even a floating ambulance. Life here is entirely dependent on boats. History and economy of Benin. Benin was once known as the Slave Coast in the 17th century. It was a French colony for over 100 years. Interestingly, while the official language is French, the country remains one of the poorest in Africa. Despite the poverty, their traditions, especially voodoo, remain deeply rooted. Secret rituals and sacrifices. WTR. History and economy of Benin. Benin was once known as the Slave Coast in the 17th century. It was a French colony for over 100 years. Interestingly, while the official language is French, the country remains one of the poorest in Africa. Despite the poverty, their traditions, especially voodoo, remain deeply rooted. Secret rituals and sacrifices. We traveled 2 hours to a remote village to see voodoo rituals. To enter, we had to pay a large fee. Inside, we saw priests performing sacrifices. They sacrificed a chicken and used alcohol as part of the ritual. The atmosphere was intense, with constant drumming and chanting. People seemed to go into trances, being covered in white powder and taken into abandoned huts. The Festival of Magic. Now, the main event, the festival. There is a tourist side, but we went deep into the village where there are no rules. We saw Zangbito, traditional voodoo guardians made of straw. They look like empty haystacks, but they move and dance on their own. Is there a person inside? We tried to find out. The child burial ritual. This is the most shocking part. They chose a child from the crowd, tied him up tightly, and buried him under a table. Then, they set fire to the structure. After a few moments, the child emerged from under the table, seemingly unharmed. It looked like a miraculous resurrection. But I started to look closer at the trickery involved, revealing the secret. Using a drone and careful observation, I finally saw the trick. When the straw structures move, there are often two people involved, or someone hiding in a very clever way within the frame. While the locals believe it's pure magic, there is a lot of theatrical performance and sleight of hand involved. However, the cultural impact and the belief system are very real for the people here. With the rhythmic drumming and the initial dance sequences, focus on the intense facial expressions and the dust rising from the ground. In the heart of West Africa, a rhythm begins to pulse. This isn't just music. It's a language. Forget the myths you've seen in movies. Today, we witness a reality far more profound. Here, every beat of the drum is a summons. Community members, the children watching in awe. And the colorful traditional attire. Include the drone shots of the village. Voodoo is more than a religion. It is the soul of the community. As the village gathers, the atmosphere shifts. There is a sacred tension in the air. From the elders who carry the wisdom of centuries to the children who represent the future. The python is not a creature to be feared, where the veil between the living and the spiritual world is thin, but a deity to be revered, a symbol of strength and protection. In the temple of pythons, the boundaries of the physical world dissolve. Practitioners believe that through these rituals, they can tap into an energy that heals, protects, and guides. Everyone is here to honor the spirits. Being buried or covered, the fire being lit, and the intense chanting. Watch as they move. It's a hypnotic dance that bridges the gap between the seen and the unseen, acting as the spiritual police of the community. They spin with a speed that defies logic. Look closely at the Zangbito, the traditional voodoo guardians of the night. Show them moving erratically and the crowd's reaction. Structures, Zangbito. They are covered, buried in the earth of their ancestors, and surrounded by fire. But the most mysterious part of the ceremony is yet to come. A young initiate is prepared for a symbolic journey through death and rebirth. A ritual that tests the very limits of belief. Show the performer with the python around his neck. The Voodoo days are not just a festival, they are a homecoming for the gods. Pythons and the ritualistic objects. And every step is a prayer to the ancients. Legend says there is no human beneath these spinning hay costumes, only a spirit. To an outsider, it looks like magic. To the people of Benin, it is a demonstration of the spirit's power over the physical body. Life from the ashes, strength from the soil.